Welcome back to Bottom Deck Achievements, a Hearthstone achievement hunting series. Patch 24.0 has just hit the game, which adds a bunch of new stuff, including new duels updates with a new season, as well as Murder at Castle Nathria stuff, including all the new cards, which will be coming next week, and most importantly for my interests, the new achievement set. So I have gone through with a fine-tooth comb and looked at all the achievements and kind of did some math and kind of figured out what to expect for this upcoming set and how does it compare to some of the previous sets. I usually do these at the start of a set being released, and well, this one's no different. So let's hit the achievement list and see what we're in for. To start off on a bit of a side note, leave it to Blizzard to fix a broken achievement the moment I make a video talking about how the last achievement I need to do is broken and not able to be done. They patched it to fix it within a couple days of me recording that video and before I had scheduled it to go live, so well, I got it done. I got the Immolate achievement done, so I'm now at 100% for Sunken City. Go me, I'm not a total failure as a content creator, I guess. But we're all here for Castle Nathria, right? So just to kind of review how the last couple sets have gone, since United and Stormwind, we've seen a bit of a downward trend in total reward track XP available to us, with the Sunken City being the least amount so far. So I definitely made sure to pay attention to how this one fares in comparison to that, and well, I could almost play the exact footage from the last set right here, because we have the exact same amount of experience available to us with achievements in this set. Each class, of course, has 3 achievements, 2 of which being single-use ones, which can be grinds like this one. Other grinds that come in 3 steps, for a total of 1,100 experience per class, and then, if my math is correct, 5,600 available in the neutral set, meaning that at launch, without any experience boosts from the premium track, there's a total of 16,600 experience available to you in the form of these achievements. So it's exactly the same as the last set, so no more downward trend, but we're now seeing a flat line, which, you know, could be worse, could be better. It is what it is. But one instance where this has slightly improved since the last set is the amount of named legendaries you're going to need to get these done. The last set, I believe, required 11 named legendaries to get all the achievements done. One of which being the one that was given for free at the rewards track, and another one being the diamond legendary that was available for the purchased track. But this time around, there are 10 legendary cards that are specifically named that are required to fill these out, and one of which being the free one, Sire Denathrius, that we're going to be given at level 1 of the free rewards track, and another one being from Murloc Holmes, which is going to be the diamond legendary if you purchase the paid rewards track. So yeah, so that is one less legendary that you need. Now, you might say, well, I counted it up and I found 11 myself, but that's because I'm not counting this achievement for inviting 16 different legendaries with legendary invitations. The legendary invitations being the core mechanic of the Countess, I believe is the card name. It's a pure Paladin card. Like, if your deck has only Paladin cards in it, Battlecry, add 3 invitations to your hand, of which you discover a legendary minion, and it costs 0. But I did not include it because it doesn't necessarily say, like, do a bunch of these with the Countess. It's by any means necessary. And I believe they added a passive duels treasure in the most recent update that shuffles 3 of these invitations into your deck at the start of a game, meaning it shouldn't be too difficult to get this one done without the required legendary. So I don't know how common that's going to be to see that, but it looked to be a tier 1 passive, meaning that you will have access to it after your first game of a duels run, meaning that, you know, if you're just straight up resetting for this, it probably shouldn't take too long to get it to appear. But other than that, most classes have one achievement that does name a legendary. I guess I'll just go down in order. That's Crixus for Demon Hunter, Topior the Shrubagazor for Druid. Also, I'm going to be noting tribes in this, meaning that occasionally you can generate something of a tribe given Amalgam of the Deep's prevalence. And so I'm going to note those when possible, because those should be slightly easier to, if you don't have the card, they should be slightly easier to generate by some fashion. This one being a fairly large grind, you probably don't want to have to rely on that, but hey, that's available to you. But Topior the Shrubagazor is a dragon. Moving on, Huntsman Altamore for Hunter. This one is, I just think, Infuse 8 to summon all 3, so that should be a real easy one. Orion Mansion Manager, sort of a secret mage kind of thing. Paladin, yeah, it had the legendary invitations for the Countess, but technically you don't need that one. Priest is the only class that actually does not have a legendary named. I don't know what the rarities of all these are, but I think the rarest card you need here to get these done is a rare, which is kind of interesting. Necrolord Draka for Rogue. Baroness Vosh, which is a Naga, which can be generated with Amalgam of the Deep. Just something to keep in mind. Also, it does, this Baroness Vaj one does synergize with this Muck Pools one, with their site. Are they called sites or locations? I think they're called locations. So those should, play with each other fairly nicely. Imp King Rafam for Warlock. Remornia Living Blade, which I thought was an elemental for the longest time until I just went and looked it up, but it does not have a tribe tag on it. And then for the neutrals, like I said, Sire Denathrius being a free legendary given to us. I've actually already started this grind. I have a current duels run going because these cards are currently available in duels before the set comes out, and was offered Sire Denathrius in one of my buckets, and he's been quite good. Granted, I've had him in my opening hand both times, so he's been able to infuse throughout the whole game and then finish off my opponent like 15 turns later, but he's felt very powerful. I've only played him twice and only got the battle cries off with him, so that's an average of 21 damage per battle cry, which is pretty obscene. And then, of course, played him twice, so that's 2 infused cards. But the other legendary, Murloc Holmes, like I said. Another note on this one, if you are not planning on purchasing the premium rewards track, there is going to be a window which you can get full dust refunds from Murloc Holmes, because you can technically open your packs early before you can purchase the rewards track. So you can actually open copies of Murloc Holmes or craft them, if you will. Get this achievement done super early and get a full refund if you don't want the card. Personally, I'm going to skip out on this set's paid rewards track. I'm not very interested in the Diamond Murloc Holmes. I think it's the weakest card that they've offered in Diamond in a while. So I'm just going to skip it. I'm going to try to get this done like day one. All you have to do is successfully do his battle cry a single time and you get the achievement. So that doesn't seem like a hard one at all. And then I think the last one, just scrolling down to make sure, is this Theotar the Mad Duke is the last one. Just swapping a common and legendary card with his battle cry. So those are all the named legendary cards needed. Also keep in mind, I guess Murloc Holmes is a Murloc, so able to be generated by tribal means. But yeah, other than that, I peeked through this. It's hard to know which ones are going to be the hard ones to do before we get to actually play with these cards. But like this Crixus one should be easy. Just play it when you have at least 8 other cards in your hand. It's not great value for that, but hey, you can do it. The Hunter one looks super easy, but I have a couple that I've looked at that are ones to look at for as maybe some of the harder ones. I'm not sure, but I think it's safe to assume that this Flower Power achievement is going to be one of the harder ones for the set. Nightshade Bud is a card that I think it's like choose one between spells and minions, and then like you get a discover pool to cast one from your deck. So you have to cast both a 10 cost minion and spell in the same game. Seems a little rough. It seems kind of difficult just with the sheer number of 10 cost stuff there is. I'm sure there aren't that many 10 cost spells currently. maybe one in Druid in Standard right now. So it's this one might take some doing. But I know there's going to be a bunch of people that pop this off on their first try. Scrolling down, there were a couple other ones. This Skeletons one shouldn't be too difficult. Overall, it seems most of these are just play the card a bunch of times and you'll get it done. This one seems kind of difficult. Identity Theft is, I think it's a priest spell where you discover a copy of a card in both your opponent's hand and your opponent's deck. So to get this one done, it looks like you pretty much have to hit a hero card. So granted, a good number of those see play, but keep in mind, like if you're trying to do this like a year from now when the Alterac Valley set has rotated into Wild, there aren't going to be that many hero cards in Standard, meaning this one might be significantly harder to do down the line unless they print a bunch more hero cards. So just the fact that you have to hit like a super specific card that your opponent isn't even going to be guaranteed to be running means this one's also probably going to take a while. Fairly difficult. Other than that, nothing super seemed out of line. Shout outs to this one. This is like the first only one I think that I looked at that you can actually get done now in Constructed. It's just have a board full of totems. Easy peasy. Hop into Wild and build you an even shaman list, and hey, get this one done. Get one of your achievements knocked out early. I'll probably try to do that before the set comes out, just because, like I said, I'm not planning on getting the premium track. Other than that, like I said, a lot of these seem to be fairly basic. Nothing seemed too out of line. Like nothing seems really difficult compared to this one might look difficult at first glance, but it seems to me a lot easier than the discover a copy of your opponent's hero card, because your opponent's gonna be running presumably many more legendaries than just the one hero card. So heck, you could even get this one done and discover their hero card, which would be pretty funny. Wouldn't get that other achievement done, but you could do it. But yeah, so overall it's a fairly basic achievement set. Not super complaining about that, but I'm hoping that hoping there's some good gameplay opportunities with some of these cards. This is probably the set I'm least familiar with, the cards before the set comes out. I feel like I missed out on a lot of the reveal season, even though I feel like I saw all the cards as well. It's just a lot of these I just don't super remember. So hoping it'll be a fun set to get these done, and hoping I can continue my track record of getting every achievement done, because I did finish out the Sunken City one last second. But yeah, so I think that is about it. That's going to do it for me this week. What are you looking forward to the most in this upcoming set? And if you've looked through the achievement list, what ones would you like to see covered on this show? I always love hearing people's comments, reading them, and getting some suggestions on what to cover. I got a comment on one of the older ones from Sunken City when I covered the Blade Master Okani one, saying like, yo, like this video helped me get it done, like just under the wire. And that made me really happy that someone took the time to actually put my strats to use and get an achievement done for it. So feel free to leave a comment below with anything you'd like to see covered in a future video. The first episode after the set comes out is probably going to be some day one stream highlights, which, hey, also follow me on Twitch. Matt Hey Tallman there, and at Twitter as well. I'd love to see you at both of those spots. But yeah, I'm going to be streaming pack openings day of the set launch, and do some day one brewing, which is always one of the most fun times to be playing Hearthstone. So yeah, if you like this video as well, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Love to see you come back. But with all that being said, I guess I'll see you in the Shadowlands. Take easy, have a great day, thanks for watching. May the card you need the most never be at the bottom of your deck.